You know what time it is, always gotta start off the same way every video. Slept in a little bit today. And here's the fasted weigh-in 207. And never skip Bible and prayer. Click clack. Welcome back. Walking down the middle of the road right now. Down my hill. Because I make the rules. And it's also because it's 4:20 in the morning. Actually, there's a car coming somehow at this time of night. That's crazy. They're probably like, what am I doing up? But whatever. Yeah, that's right. I'm out here. But yeah, I'm walking down to this little parking lot by this church at the end of my hill by my house. So I can get some more light, because if I'm in the backyard, you can't see a damn thing. I need these street lights illuminating my beautiful face, you know? But yeah, I kind of wanted to, I got a couple comments on the last video that I wanted to touch on real quick. The first one that I'll touch on is, I got one talking about the pollutants in the air because of the Canadian wildfires coming down into New York. Yes, I live in New York. Don't say or I'm gonna get you. But yeah, you should 3,000% be exposing your body to toxins. And I'll tell you why right now. You want to be exposing your body to toxins because that's actually how you gauge how truly healthy your body is. If you never put your body in a situation where it has to fight to survive, you're never going to actually know how robust your system actually is. You can't always prepare for everything to be optimal. You need to put yourself in situations where you're compromised at times, where you're not going to have everything at your disposal, and you have to see how your body's going to react to that. Literally go out, eat some rotten meat, get a parasite, and if you're truly healthy, your body should be able to pass that pretty easily and not let the parasite attach onto your organism and cause complete conflicting damage to your system. So yes, definitely toxin maxing right now. The air quality is like 190. So definitely getting some horrible things in my lungs right now, but I'm completely fine because I have a healthy system and nothing's gonna stop me. Next, I want to address a comment regarding my sleep schedule and sleep hygiene. And to be fully transparent and honest with you, I don't have to be disciplined at all or have to express any sort of effort to get up this early. I genuinely have the most electric form of vitality flowing through my veins every single day, that when I know that I have to, not that I have to, that I get to train the next day, I just automatically spring out of bed and get up early. I sleep about 7-ish hours, 7.5. It's so hard for me to even get myself to sleep that long because I'm so in love with my life. Every single morning is Christmas morning for me because I have built every single day to be my vacation, to be my dream life. And no, this is not passive contentment. This is a violent inner generative joy that I experience every single day. And it's so solvent to my spirit internally that me staying in bed any longer, or waiting till the sun comes up, or waiting for all these things to happen that society tells you to do, it just wouldn't be me. It wouldn't be authentic to who I am. Every single day, I approach it with such wild-eyed, voracious aggression that I genuinely can't imagine living my life in any other way. I can't go back to the way I lived it before, sleeping in. Why would I want to do that? I'm wasting precious time. This is the richest that I'm ever going to be right now in this current moment, because the most valuable currency that we have is time. It's the only thing that we can't get back. And once you start looking at life in that way, that's when you really start to see some massive progress in terms of going down the path that you want to go down. And it doesn't have to be the same as me. Training and all that, it could be anything. Anything that you're passionate about, that you feel has artistic value. Building something that you're proud of and that you could lay your head down on your pillow at night and just be genuinely so full of gratitude for the blessings that you've been given, to live at a frequency so high that it's genuinely intoxicating. Every single day, I wake up with almost a drunken state of euphoria for my life, just by simply being alive. I've reached the point where I have such an over surplus of energy internally for what I can do, what I can become, my potential in a way. But yeah, I get plenty of sleep. I just make sure that I get into bed when the sun goes down. And if I was really following in accordance with the sun, I would be waking up at 5:30ish, go to bed at 8ish, wake up at 5:30ish. But again, I can't sleep that long. There's things to do. I'm on a mission. So much is in store for me, and getting more sleep is not going to do anything to get me closer to my goals. Being awake, stimulating my system, becoming the best version of myself, that's what's going to get me closer to where I want to go. All right, time to test this grip. Since I'm actually outside and not in my house, I might get a little crazy with it. I might just start freaking out and screaming, dude. We'll see if that helps my grip go up a little bit. Okay, it's a little better. 33.2. Let's go. Let's get it. Yeah, I think the yelling is definitely plays a big role. All right, I'm jumping around here. I'm gonna answer 2 more questions and then it'll go back to when I'm training. Pretty damn bright out, not gonna lie, but that's a good thing. We gotta soak up that vitamin D after being inside so long. But I got another comment from the other video that I wanted to give a nice answer to. So the question had to do with, is having a Zyn and scrolling right after you wake up horrible for you? Or are you cooked? Something like that. And the thing I have to respond with is, what makes a man are the type of vices that he has. The vices can make or break a man. My question would be, is the Zyn and the scrolling pushing you closer towards being the type of man that you want to be at the end of the day? And for some people, this might be yes. For some people, this might be no. It's not really about the symptom, it's about the root cause. And you need to introspect and reflect and figure out, is this vice making me better? Like for me, I'd say a vice for me is forcing my body to swallow grenades of physical pain in order to unlock my mental capacity by just charging into battle with my chin out and just butchering my pain tolerance to a point where my body is so wrecked that my mind is free to go wherever it wants. And I genuinely believe that killing your body, your flesh, is the only way that you're going to be able to build a strong mind and a strong spirit. In a way, I feel like I'm kind of a masochist, but now do you have to take it to the extreme level like me and try and bayonet the inside of your body for spiritual gain? No. But I do think that everyone should partake in some shape, form, or fashion of pain that is indescribable to them, or describable in a way that is so gory and gruesome that it just makes other people question if this person is okay. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Man, that sunlight a cheat code, man. All right, we got another request for a supplement review. So here's what I do every single day. Here's what I take. I feel like most people don't really understand the importance of supplements. I feel like if you have the right ones, you can really change your body on a molecular structure. Some people aren't taking the right ones and they think that they're gonna be able to change their body on a molecular structure, and they just fall flat on their face because they don't do enough research. They're not educated enough. But let's get into it. All right, starting off with one that I already showed last time, but creatine. Pretty straightforward, really good supplement. Most people take it. Yet most people don't really understand what creatine does and what it's good for. I take creatine to train my mitochondria to synthesize more ATP, which is what you need for explosive muscle contraction and DHT. DHT is 10 times stronger than testosterone. You need to be focusing on maxing out your DHT, not your testosterone. Yeah, it might make your hair go away, but there's also other avenues you can take to not make your hair go away. But ATP is basically your cell's currency in a way. That's its money. And if you want to be broke, don't take creatine, man, because everything is a projection and intertwined. So if your body can't make enough ATP, what makes you think that you're going to be able to make enough money to support yourself in the real world? Take your creatine. Alright, I showed this one last video, the beef gelatin, but it goes hand in hand with glycine, and I'll get into what those do for me. Alright, now what these two work hand in hand with each other. Mainly, I take them to build my connective tissue and my joint health, and it basically simulates eating animal tendons pretty much. And honestly, these might be more important than creatine because they deliver a different type of amino acids in your body that most people aren't getting nowadays, because you know, you might be eating enough meat, muscle meat, but you're not eating enough collagenous, dense tendon in order for your body to be able to have the resource available to deposit that into your own tissues. Like, I'm trying to build steel cable connective tissue. Connective tissue honestly is more important to me than building muscle, because if you don't have strong bones, if you don't have good connective tissue, your body's not going to be able to put any muscle on top of it. You first have to have the framework in order to be able to put muscle on your body. So these two really help with that, and also glycine is a great sleep aid. The beef gelatin is going to help you not age as fast, because what most people don't know is that eating muscle meat exclusively ages you fucking rapidly without the institution of these collagen, connective tissue, ligament, joint, tendon supplements. You're gonna just age yourself rapidly at an exponential rate, quicker than you would ever want. That's why you look at people who are on carnivore, they're pretty cooked, dude. They're pretty unattractive. And I'm not saying that I look young or anything, but I've definitely noticed a huge difference in the quality of my skin since taking this. I think I've been taking it for maybe 4 months. Huge difference in my performance, huge difference in the way my body recovered. I feel like Wolverine now, because my body's actually getting the nutrients it needs in order to build those hidden structures that most people don't think about. Magnesium glycinate and zinc. So the zinc is just going to help boost my endogenous hormone production. Did you know that when you're born and the sperm fertilizes the egg, there's an explosion of zinc all around? Yeah, I bet you didn't know that. Also, the #1 mineral that most gooners are deficient in is zinc, because again, when you ejaculate, you are actively secreting minerals. That's why it literally makes no sense to goon, ever. No reason to goon. But that's another story for another day. If you want me to talk about that in the next video, I'll talk about not gooning. because again, everything is intertwined and you're always sending signals out into the world. So don't do that. Magnesium glycinate, that's just gonna downregulate my central nervous system before bed, and I think it actually crosses the blood-brain barrier, which is why it's so effective at calming you down. And last but definitely not least, this is my Seco steroid baseline right here. Vitamin D3. I take a freaking lot. I take a lot more than you probably should, because there's vitamin D poisoning. And when I got my blood work when I was younger, they were like, yeah, stop taking vitamin D, you might be getting poisoned. But I was like, once I turned like 21, I was like, I'm hopping back on vitamin D, man. And then since that day forward, my life changed. No, I'm kidding. But vitamin D is super good for you. Really high dosages that I'm taking, like 30,000 IU a day plus actual natural sunlight, that's gonna actually help protect your hair with all the creatine you're taking to upregulate your DHT and then make you bald. So my body is actually just constantly fighting a battle against itself, and I'm not actually healthy. Honestly, people don't really know what vitamin D does either. So let me detail that for you. Basically, vitamin D makes sure that all the nutrients that you put in your body, regardless of if they're good or bad, it makes sure that they're all being driven into your bones. And like I said before, what's more important than building muscle is building your frame, building your connective tissue, building your fascia, building your joints, and then building your bones. So people who are vitamin D deficient basically have like criminal levels of osteoporosis. And your skeleton is basically the innermost layer you can get to right before your spirit. So if you want to be able to protect your spirit, you need to have a strong skeleton. And then your body can layer a bunch of different things on top of that. If you have a strong skeleton, it can lay strong connective tissue on top of it. If you have strong connective tissue on top of a strong skeleton, then you're gonna be able to build some muscle and, you know, maybe one day just become a wild animal, live in the forest and eat little critters off the ground. That's the goal, man. But I hope this was in-depth enough for you. Back to our regular schedule here, the normal flow of the day. Today I got some banana bread. I needed something a little more calorie dense today because my weight was a little down, so you know we had to replenish the glycogen unironically. Not really goy because it's good ingredients and it's homemade. And my mom made it, so there's love in it. But yeah, I mucked this down. I love mucking, man. Look at those big bites. That's a big boy. All right, I'm not gonna have you guys sit through me eating again, because there's some more shenanigans coming later with the eating. I'm gonna keep it really short and sweet with the training clips today because it's a lot of the same stuff. The only thing I changed was the dosages and just really focused on doing higher reps, connecting with the muscle that I'm attacking, and yeah, pushing hard. Just doing the same old abs and core stuff right there. Doing some neck, getting it in. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is what I like to do. But I'm gonna be doing some heavy legs tomorrow, so I might make the training clips a little longer. I don't know what I'm dancing for right there. Yeah, honestly, I just try and push as hard as I can, do some partials, go past failure. My body really wanted me to get just a nice pump today, move the joints around. Don't go too heavy, don't go too crazy. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just connect to the muscle, get some blood flow in there, show up. And these are new, I didn't record these last time, but I like to finish with these. Get a lot of mass in the rear delt, medial delt. Pushing hard. That's all it takes, man, at the end of the day. And just some quick posing. Again, not much has changed. It's been 2 days, but you know, I'll look back on this in a month, 2 months, 3 months, a couple days from now. Oh my god, you can see the horsefly bites, so crazy. I got a big ass one on my back, and I got 3 other horsefly bites on my abs and stuff. Yep, and just stroke your jawline. And then here are the lateral slides I was doing. Kind of goofy, but you know, as long as you do something intense enough, your body's gonna get an adaptation out of it. Also, I was super fatigued. My form was pretty bad, I'm aware. It was a lot better the first time around, I promise. Time to go to work. Short day today, only 6 hours. They let us get out 2 hours early on Fridays until Labor Day, so that's super cool. I'll probably give you a little fit check when I get there. Quick fit check, wearing the all white shirt, all white hey dudes. I like to call this the Holy Spirit fit. Got done with work, another day down. We got the weekend coming up. Man, fuck all this. I'm getting naked right now. I'm going tarts off right now. Who's gonna stop me? 40-yard, little agility. I'll do it. I'll record it, even though it's horrible and pitiful. And you probably don't want to see that. You don't want to see a dude just absolutely making a fool out of himself. But if you're gonna be a bull shark, man, like I am, that type of mentality. But when you're a bull shark and you're near a boat and they got a diver in the cage and they're throwing chum in the water, sometimes you gotta go rattle that cage, man. You gotta show them that you're really about it. Maybe break the cage down. Maybe eat a scuba diver. Maybe eat his flippers. What am I even saying anymore? Yeah, so, wow, horrible hairline exposed, man. Oh, this is gonna be a field day. If you thought the blueberries were bad, dude, I made a mistake. I did not think that this was gonna be this much onions. Dude. Bro, why? I cut 2 onions. Oh, this much? Bro, I promise it's not just onions. I'm not crazy. Dude, there's some beef. There's beef at the bottom of this. I promise. Nice beef right there. A lot of fat, dude, but it's fine. It's fine. This is so much onion, man. Onion's good for you, though. I love onion. Eating setup over like 2 feet maybe, but you gotta let me know if you like this better. Straight onion. Straight onion. Oh, my nose is burning, dude. Oh. Oh my God. This was not a good idea. This is like not normal. Wednesday with the blueberries, that's not really normal. This is definitely not normal. Dude, this is killing my fucking nose. Whew, everything's fucking burning right now. This was such a not a good idea. I promise I'm not insane, bro. I promise. Tap back in when I finish this. Alright, checking back in. I'm freaking snotting everywhere, and at one point I was like crying pretty much. I can't feel my mouth. My mouth is in so much pain. Ugh. Should I go eat more? Should I go eat more? I'm gonna go look. Alright, yeah, I got more food. Oh, dude, like, I don't know if I'm gonna finish this, but I'm gonna finish it. Banana, honey, oatmeal. Now, oh, fuck, don't tell me oatmeal's bad because of the oxalates, or I'm gonna take a brand and I'm gonna put it on your thigh. I'm gonna cause necrosis to go all across your skin, dude, and put my toenail through your eye. Okay? Does that sound good? Alright, I'll come back when I bust this down. Alright, finish that off. Feeling pretty good. Am I cooked? Do I have a freaking food, baby? Oh. Yeah, kinda, dude. Food, baby, man. Thank you guys for watching this video, too. Just gonna keep cranking these out, man. But stay blessed. You got so much to be grateful for.